Hello, guys. Welcome to Chance Fox Media Podcast, where we discuss real stories, leadership, businesses, and ideas that are shaping our future. I am your host, Chance Karia. Let us get into authentic conversation. Guys, today we are talking about the world generally. What is happening right now in the world? As we know, we have wars that are happening right now in Ukraine, Russia and Ukraine, and another one I've just emerged now, Iran, United States and Israel against Iran, and there was another one also, Pakistan and Afghanistan. So there's a lot that is happening in the world. So but today I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm going to talk about United States of America as a superpower. Yeah, and I will talk generally without taking sides whatsoever, but I will talk according to what to my understanding, to the information, the way I see it. Yeah, so I'm going to talk like that. You see? Yeah, the first thing, let us start on this superpower thing. United States of America is regarded as a superpower, and Russia as a superpower. These two names, they don't just come there as a superpower, because it doesn't just come there as a superpower, but there's something that they do to make them to reach that level to be called a superpower. As we know, mostly they can say that America and Russia are called a superpower because they have too many nuclear weapons. Of course, this is also helping. It's also helping, and it shares a lot. But having a nuclear weapons alone is not enough to be called a superpower. Right? Why I said so? There are many countries that are having nuclear weapons, but they are not called superpowers. Right? Like Pakistan have a nukes. Yeah. Israel have nukes. India have nukes. France have nukes. Many countries, they have nukes. Some they hide. Yeah. So with this, it's not enough to be called a superpower. But there's other things like industry, like military industry. How the country have the capability of military industry, intelligence. All this. So if you put all this together, then it's when you can say that this is a superpower. Maybe in addition to that, then we'll talk about allies, like friends that can support you during a crisis. Because of this, you say that the United States, if you compare United States and Russia, you find that United States of America that don't having more allies than Russia. You see, this is one of the things that makes United States as the one of the most feared superpower. You see, but on this superpower thing, many they believe that the United States and Russia, there will be no war. Such kind of war will never happen, because this United States they are having a nuclear weapon, and Russia, they're also having nuclear weapon, right? So because of this, these two, they will never have a conflict. To my understanding, I just wanted to oppose that. Why I said there will be a war one day between United States and Russia. Why this will happen? This will happen because once the war is just starting, there are kind of levels. Like there is a certain escalation that can lead to nuclear weapon. Because nuclear weapon is a dirty bomb. It's a dirty bomb, and it's a destructive bomb. So it's something that you can't just drop it anyhow. You might say that why United States dropped that bomb there by Nagasaki. Yeah, they dropped it, but they were dropping it without their knowledge as well. They didn't know that this bomb is too destructive, is too dangerous on that kind. They didn't know. They were trying it was the first, and they were testing it. After that, they realized that, it's a bomb that can destroy this the civilization. So because of that, there will be no way that if Russia and the United States right now, if they get in a war, they will drop each other these nuclear weapons. There's no way. Maybe if magic can happen, miracle, maybe. But war between the United States and Russia, it will happen. It will obviously happen. It will happen. Why I'm saying like this? Because I can say I'm also a historian. So I do follow, I know a lot also how Russia, the history of Russia. Of course, I do not know more about United States. Because United States, they don't have too much history. They are just 249 years. So they have not done too much things. If you can compare to other countries like Russia and China or Japan. So United States doesn't have a big history, especially once it comes to war. United States start gaining a momentum as a fiat country, a superpower, during the Second World War. Yeah, during the Second World War. And this Second World War, United States was not the winner. They were not the winner of this Second World War. The winner, the one who won that war, it was Russia. By that time, it was Soviet Union. So Russia was the one leading the Soviet Union. So it was won by Russia. But why they give all these powers, like the United States, to start dominating the world? Why it happened like this? It's happened like this because United States didn't have any loss. They didn't have too much loss after World War II. The country that suffered most, that have too much loss, it was Soviet Union, which is Russia. Alright? And European country, this World War II was happening in European country. So most of European country, they were not good economically. And there was too much distraction, and unrepairable distraction. So the economic was bad. So the country that was able to do that, the country that was having not too much industry, but they were having a good supply of some industry, it was the United States. And by then, Soviet Union was not in a good form that they can start supporting the whole Europe and other countries that were affected by the World War II, because they lost a lot, so they were not fit economically. Because of that, their winning, it didn't benefit them too much, because there was someone who was needed to supply all this kind of food and aid, and United States was better on that, because they didn't have any loss, and they didn't even spend any money, like not too much money. they they didn't have too many distractions. It was only one port that Japan destroyed. So everything was operating normally. Because of that, because of that, that was the reason now United States start supplying aid to the whole Europe. So if you are the one, you can also use your common sense. If you are the one, you are using your resources, everything, to help others. It means everything that those people that are going to be using, they'll be using your thing. So those people that you are helping, if you ask that, what if we start using dollar for everything, are you going to deny? You can't deny. You say, yeah, we can do it. And this is how United States start gaining momentum, gaining power. This is how dollar start getting more power, because United States after World War II was fit financially, economically. It was much better than other countries. This is the reason that right now we see that the United States is dominating the world. You see? And why I had to explain all this, I wanted to explain the whole of this so that you can understand the point that I wanted to say. The first point that I wanted to raise is that United States is regarded as a very, very strong military power. But I just wanted to shock you with this. That United States, they have never arranged a war that they're fighting on their own. Or they have never arranged a war that they're fighting for years, or 2 years, or 3 years. If you can compare with Russia and other, like Russia and China. Okay, let us say Russia, the fattest alive is Russia. Because of this, Russia, we can say Russia is a superpower, the most superpower than the United States of America. You might argue. Why? Yes, because you might argue because of this. As I said, that United States of America, they have never arranged a long-term war. And they can't, because they have never managed it. It means they can't sustain it and they can't manage it. Because the endurance, they have never experienced that before. And the war has never happened on their soil. So they don't have any experience about war. The only thing that they have, if we're talking about the experience of war, it's not about the military experience. We're not talking about that alone. It's general. War is a complex. Alright? So, because of that, the only thing that United States, they have been managing to do is a military operation. And this military operation, United States, they were doing it not to prolong it, but just to do it for a few days. And this is what the United States have been doing, and they're still doing the same thing, same strategy. But most people, they don't see it. After United States, they do this small thing, this military operation, which is not war. It's just a military operation, which is not war. Once they do it some few days, some few weeks, then they come up on their podium, start saying, America, they are very fast. It's a very strong, we have a very strong military. We have just done it and completed in a very few days. And the people hearing it, they start applauding. Yeah, applauding. Like United States, it's a really strong, a very feared military. This one is the strongest military in the world. But the thing that most people they don't see is that it's just a military operation. It's not a war. Yeah, United States, they have a lot of equipment, military. They have a lot of equipment. But you have never seen the United States doing like they're in war in their soil for 2 years or 3 years, all around all on their neighbors. They have never. Why? The only thing that they know is an operation. This is the only thing that United States of America they know. So they can't endure the war. I'm not here to oppose United States. I'm not against United States. I'm just here to give you a big picture. The picture that most of people they don't see it. The big picture that most of people they don't see it. But you need to see it. Then you can see it that yeah, which one is a superpower? The only superpower that we have is Russia. Maybe it can be followed by China. Because China also have nukes. You know? Then maybe United States of America can be the third one. Yeah. If we can remove all the allies, can be the third one or fourth one. Why? Because United States of America cannot endure a long-term war. They can't. They have never been there. I will give you an example. All these things that we know about United States from Iraq, that was a special military operation. And it was not United States alone who was operating there. No, there was NATO. It means European boots were also there. Iraq, the country itself, they were also fighting there. United States, the only thing that they were also doing, of course, their boots they were also there, but they were just supplying weapons. But that war, it was not fully on their hand. No, it was not fully on their hand. This is the honest thing. That war was not fully on their hand. Iraq. Then you go to Afghanistan, same story. Because Iraq, even Russia was there. Then you go to Afghanistan, same thing. It was not a fully responsibility for United States, no. Even European boots were there as well, fighting. And all these countries, it was not like a war. It was just a special military operation. Because you can't fight a war with a like these gangsters. You can't. That is not a war. It's just a military operation. And the United States was not even regarded as the under war. It was just a military operation. Same thing applies to Syria. It was just a military operation. And it prolonged it. So the only countries that they were feeling like they're at war is like Syria. It was happening on their soil. We can say Syria was at war. Iraq was at war. Maybe Afghanistan was at war. And Vietnam was at war. Because Vietnam there, United States were there, Americans they were there. You see? But to them it was just a special military operation. Because if it's a war, you cannot send 100 or 500 troops. That is not a war. That is just a military operation. Even if you send 700,000. Because if you say you are at war, you have to send 2 million troops. Now you are at war now, seriously one. You see? So the thing that United States of America have been doing that has been given them praises, it's a military operation. It's not war. United States of America, they don't know how to organize war. They only know how to organize military operation. Just an example like what's happening to Venezuela. That was a military operation. It was not a war. And most countries are scared because they think they are going to be nuked. nukes. You know, that's the only thing that they're scared. That's why they retreat. They know they don't have a capability that United States of America they have. Like Venezuela doesn't have that capability. You see, all the leaders that United States have been killing, it was just military operation. Look like what they did to our continent here in Africa, Libya, and it was Libyan people who were fighting there. The only thing that United States they were flying with their fighter jets and supplying weapons, and it was not United States alone there. NATO was there, which is European and including America. You see? Now you see now that war started like that one that end for 12 days with Israel and the United States against Iran. That was also a military operation. It was not a war. Of course, it started at like a war, but they managed to stop it quickly because they don't know how to sustain it. Even this war now that we are dealing with right now, United States they were taking this war like a special military operation, but the Iranian they have taken it differently. You know, the main thing, the main goal that United States they wanted is a regime change, right? They thought if we killed the leader, then that would be the end of the war, of the operation. You know, undermining Iran. And they didn't think that this thing it would take long. No, there was no such. This thing is still there. Today is a day 2. Is it day 3 today? So I can't conclude it how long it's gonna take. But the way I see it, it's a long term this one. And United States they didn't even plan for a long term. Because if you are planning, if you are going to war, you prepare that this is for a long term. But United States of America, they were planning for special military operation. Of course, they put a lot of military hardware, everything, equipment. But those things they were there not like for long term fight, like for long term war. No, it was there also for propaganda, like to scare Iran. You know. So let's take all these equipment that are there at the Middle East right now. Let's say all of them they get bombed. It's a loss for United States of America. Because how are they going to supply now? It's going to be a long process. Even if it's a short process, the moment they're coming, Iran will be bombing it. So if this war between Iran and the United States, if it's going to continue, United States is not winning this war. It's going to lose. It's going to lose. You know? And as I can say, maybe in a White House or in USA Congress, they're already shaking like this thing is not giving them the good results. They always show they'll show like they're strong whatsoever, but this is the reality. United States of America have never ever arrange a long-term war, and this doesn't make that the strongest. No, they're just smart using the brain, like to blind people. Use just a propaganda. United States of America cannot manage or cannot endure the war like the way Russia and Ukraine is going. United States cannot manage that. They can't. That's going to be a very, very big loss for United States of America. And you might say that, yeah, it's good then to just to make this a special military operation. It shows that you are quick, convenience, quick, sufficient, your efficiency. But now it has turned in a bad way. It depends which opponent you are taking. If you take that military operation here in Africa, here in Africa, most of our countries were weak. We don't have superpower like we are not strong militarily. So if you make your special military operation here in Africa, yeah, you will see yourself like you are a winner, you are smart. Just same like to Venezuela. Venezuela is also not militarily strong. If you do that to Venezuela, you will see that you feel like you are strong, but you are not. Iran have been in a war since day one. Before even United States was there. Iran. Maybe you don't know. People. Yeah. United States is in a very, very big problem. You see United States is shrinking to Israel like this. You don't know. The reason is why Israel is more experienced than the United States. And Israel, they are, I can say they have more capability. They are able to invent something that have never been there. Because of this, United States, they magnet themselves to these people, so that anything that is these people they are going to start or to invent, then it will also benefit the United States. Because you know Israel is blessed. Those are chosen people. So any information they're getting from God directly, God is one helping them. Because of that, United States, they magnet themselves to them. United States of America and Israel is more experienced than United States. You see? So, this war between Iran and United States, this war, United States is losing. And United States world dominance is declining. You will see soon United States, I don't need to count more than 5 years. Not more than 5 years or 6 years. United States of America is no longer going to be a superpower. Okay, let us take a decade. 10 years. United States of America is going down. If you are partnering with United States, you think United States is a superpower, is the strongest one. My brother, my sister. We are boarding a sinking ship. You better think twice. United States of America is going down. And this action that they're doing, it frustrates everyone. Everyone. Imagine. It frustrates everyone. Right now, everything United States that are doing, they're using force. And they realize it. They know that now we are losing. We are no longer becoming a global dominance. Because of this, we need to use force now to get power, to get momentum. Yeah, the power that they're getting is for short term. Because people are scared more. Yeah, they might bomb me. I don't want my country to be bombed. That's the only thing that United States are sending. But it doesn't mean that it will keep be like that. It will not going to be like that forever. Even if in your house, if an intruder come to your house, you are scared. Must be, this intruder is gonna kill me. While you are doing this, your head is working, right? At the end, you find a way on how you can deal with that intruder. It's the same thing that is happening. United States is busy pressurizing, forcing, making everyone scared of them. This is what is the forcing power. At the end, there will be death and it. They'll be just like you, British. Because British, again, if you see British, which is Britain, if you see Britain and United States, because Britain was also a British Empire. If you see, you look at it and you look United States, you will find that British Empire was very, very strong than United States. But where are these British now? At the ground, UK, they just lap with their mouth. Nothing, no one is scared of that. Only words. Words with we call empty words. Roman Empire dominated the whole world. And from Roman Empire, from Roman Empire, it's where those people, some of those people are the one now, they created United States of America. If you people you don't know, those United States of America, those USA people, part of them is a mixed. It's a mixed. If you think I'm lying, find out. But where's a Roman Empire? So you might say like Roman Empire, United States is more powerful than Roman Empire. Never. Never. Roman Empire was dangerous or something else. But where is it now? They start using force. It shrink. Think down. Think. Now it's United States now is going down. Slowly. And this it will emerge direct from United States. You know, those USA people, they're the one that are going to decide the fate of their country. And this United States, USA people, that's the one, they will activate it. It has already been activated, but we are just waiting for people to start going on the street. Then that body will start thinking like this. Going, just like Titanic. Just like the way they're destroying other people's other countries. It will go down. And this war with Iran, and you see right now, United States of America are busy calling Iranian to be against the government. You know, this is the thing that United States of America have been doing. In every war that they have been doing, they were encouraging the citizen, the native citizen of that country, you know, to be against the government. Then they come up and dominate it. So it means that war is not only them, but they have been helped with the citizen of the same country. And right now you see Trump is busy saying, you know, we are here, we have come, we promised you, we are coming, we said we're gonna come to help you, now we have come to help you, now everything is on your hand. You need to rise to take up the government, you know, to take out your country. They're asking those people. But now those Iranian people are angry now because they killed their leader. You know, Iran, recently there was a lot of demonstration in Iran, right? And those demonstrations, they were sponsored by United States of America. And this way, they were not even hiding it. They were speaking it openly. It's not like something that is special that I just get it from. It was public. Everyone was speaking there in the United States. Trump was speaking it. Every United States official was speaking it. So it's not something that is like it's a secret, you know. So they were expecting the same thing, that okay, since they were having demonstration, they miscalculate. Since they were having demonstration, we sponsor, they did those demonstration. So it means if we kill the person that they didn't like, it means they will go and take the government. And us United States will be regarded as the winner, as a superpower. But that calculation has gone wrong. A few moments later, the thing start going down. It's thinking. The ship is thinking. They start begging. And the people, you have to know, United States of America right now is begging Iran for negotiation, to negotiate. You see, yeah, they speak those, we are going to avenge, yeah, this. But this is not what they expected. The only thing that they were expecting, that if we kill their leader, then people will rise. Those people who wanted power, they didn't like the government to rise and take over the government. But you see, Iranian government is like it's autopilot. The leader, the supreme leader, has died. But without drink, the leadership has already been repressed. The power that was missing has already been repressed. So you can imagine right now. You can imagine. And this United States, they didn't see it. They didn't see it. Now they're busy asking Iranian to fight their own government. But it's not gonna work this time around. It's not gonna work this time around. Because this governing council that has just been formed, it will not tolerate anyone to go on the street. Hey, you'll be killed. You'll be killed. You'll be killed. You know, United States of America, they always use these tricks. Use tricks. Now you see the superpower that we have been talking. Like, as if it was us, long time, just few weeks gone. Let's say Russia. You know Russia, the war that is happening in Ukraine. Russia started it as a special military operation. To Russia, that one is not a war. Only the Ukraine. Ukraine is taking it as a war. But Russia is a special military operation. Just like the way United States of America are doing. Iran, they take that war, they take it as a war. So let's say Russia is bombing Ukraine like the way Iran is bombing the whole Middle East. Do you think Ukraine can exist for 1 month? Do you think can resist? There will be no resistance. There will be no resistance. So you have to thank Russia. Russia is taking that as a special military operation. But if Russia was taking it like it's a war, Ukraine cannot even resist. Even I don't think if it will take it 3 days, it will not. But because it's a special military operation, that's why they leave it. After all, Ukrainians are brothers. They are brothers with Russia. You see, they all speak same language. It's only that the Ukrainians are rebellious. That's why you see it's happening like that. They are rebellious. It's like they are rebelling their brothers and going to the enemy. You know? So Russia is dealing with Ukraine slowly, so that Ukrainians should realize. You know? Ukrainians should realize this. And most Ukrainians, they already realize it. And most Ukrainians are already speaking what I'm saying, that it's our leadership. They don't say us. They say it's these politicians that's one separating us. Us and Russian were one people. It's not from me. If you think I'm lying, you can find that it's all over on the internet. Find out what is happening on the ground in Ukraine. At the ground, actually. You will find out. You see? So if this war, Iran versus, USA, Israel versus Iran. If this war will continue for for 1 week to come, or 2 weeks to come, or 1 month to come. Forget about United States winning this. And United States of America will lose a lot of things. A lot. And it will make them to be no longer a superpower. Yeah, this is the message. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. Thank you so much for watching Chancellor Fox Media podcast. Please subscribe, share, comment, and stay connected. More authentic conversation like this one coming soon.